Communication, communication, communication. All year, I have been talking about this. And last night, it cost us a game. Today, on Locked On A's.
You are Locked On A's, your daily podcast on the Athletics. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Locked On A's, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I am your host, Booney. One name, all fire, no filter. I've been riding with this franchise since Ricky turned singles into triples and the Bash Brothers made baseballs feel like rock concerts. This isn't just a podcast. It's a war room for A's fans who are tired of waiting, tired of the excuses, and ready to build the future from the ground up. We're not sitting around till 2028 to magically fix everything. We are building the Las Vegas A's fan base right now, brick by brick, from Sacramento to the Strip, from breakdowns on the field to front office fireworks. We cover it all with heat, honesty, and a little humor to cut through the pain. You will always get both sides here, but make no mistake, we call it like we see it. This show belongs to the fans who still give a damn. This is the Las Vegas A's, and this is your podcast. Got something you want me to cover? Hit me up. I'm not here to lecture. I'm here to build a community of A's fans who still believe, who still fight, and who are not backing down. We are free and available on every podcast platform, including YouTube. So do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Share it with every diehard A's fan still breathing, and let's build something loud enough that the league can't ignore. What's up, everybody? Swept in Texas. Doesn't get much worse, does it? In 3 games, that was relatively close. Hey, Seuss, what's up, man? A's are not a good team. Let's just admit it. I don't think we've ever not admitted that. I think that's always been there. I think the whole idea is the effort and what they're showing. I mean, I definitely think they have the talent. Boo, Las Vegas A's. They're not the Las Vegas A's. Who are they then, Jesus? Not Sacramento A's. I wish they were. They should be. But for right now, the A's have not embraced Sacramento, and the fans have not embraced the A's, and rightfully so. I wouldn't as well. So, yeah, it works both ways. I definitely wouldn't call them the Sacramento A's, though. I wish they were. I've expressed that loudly and clearly as far as criticism of the A's has taken Sacramento's name. No question. I've been big on that. So, but yeah, that's what they are right now. 3 games relatively close last night. I mean, that ended last night in just unbelievable fashion. Thank you, bud. Appreciate that, Jesus. I mean, last night was déjà vu all over again. The series has been a tough series. Did Tyler get mad? Wilson from Morse Communication pop? That's been happening all year, Jesus, with everybody. With everybody. If you have listened to me before, I have been preaching about that since April. Late March, April. It happened the first series of the year in Seattle with Bleday and Butler. It happened in Colorado. Bleday, Butler. It's happened in Milwaukee, Wilson and Andahar. It's happened with Urias and Bleday. This isn't the first time. I have talked about this over and over and over and over again. I've written guys like Martin Gallegos. Hey, Martin, how come this is back on May 24th? How come you don't ask why players on routine 5 balls or pop-ups are currently always colliding since our first series in Seattle. A common theme, Chicago, Milwaukee, series after series. There is zero communication, body language and reaction to play after play. Streams this time does not like to be like one another. I have talked about this over and over. I sent the same similar message to Dallas Braden. They could care less. You think Gallego asked about it? Nope. You think Braden was critical of it? Nope. Last night he was okay, but at the time it wasn't. This isn't anything new. This is nothing new. I have yelled about it, screamed about it, gone nuts about it. This isn't anything new. How this happens constantly is beyond me. Now, you will always see some sort of miscommunication daily in MLB games, right? There's always that play you'll always see. But there's always that communication with one player to another player like, hey, I got you. An acknowledgement, like I should have had it or I should have done this. With the A's, nothing. All year. It's been the same. It's been the same. And yeah, it goes to Kotze. It goes to Kotze. When it happens over and over and over and over again, and we're in late July, how come it's not handled? How come there's not a protocol? How come, hey, the left fielder, if he's calling you off, you get out of the way. It's his ball. It's his play. How is this still an issue? I don't know. Oh, so I don't know, Jesus, if he got mad or not. Soderstrom's play has been, I wouldn't say Soderstrom's played a bad left field. He has not. He's played okay out there. He doesn't have a whole lot of sense of urgency. He plays like a 23-year-old drafted out of high school is how he plays. And he's young. He'll figure it out. Mark, what's up, bud? What are your thoughts on Jacob Wilson struggling? Rookie slump, or do they rush him back from injury? No, if you watch his at-bats, like I've been watching him closely for the last couple of days, he's been hitting the ball. He's been hitting the ball hard. He's been hitting it right at people, right? His third at-bat last night, I believe in the seventh, was it? No, sixth. Fifth or sixth. Ground ball, hit hard to third, just right at somebody. His last at-bat in the ninth, I think it was the seventh or eighth inning, line drive to center. Had a lot of line drives to right field. I think he's okay. It just has not found the spot for him. He'll be okay. He's hitting the ball for the most part on the button. Same type of at-bats he's had all year. It happens. It happens. Sometimes you're just not going to find the turf, find the grass. I think he'll be okay. I'm not too worried about Wilson. He's hitting the ball good. He's hitting the ball hard. 2 games ago, why did Kotze take out? Bamboo, I don't know, man. I don't know. Same thing last night, right? I thought Sears was kind of cruising. I thought Sears was pretty damn good last night. I want to talk about Sears right after this, guys. Today's episode of Locked On A's is brought to you by Game Day Huey. And yeah, this hat I'm wearing, straight from them. For A's fans like me who want to rep the green and gold without looking like we raided the team store clearance bin, this one nails it. Game Day Huey makes clean, no logo gear with team-inspired colorways for every pro and college fan base. No oversized logos, no screaming mascots. Just clean, smart, everyday style that hits whether you are in the stands, on the golf course, or just dodging another bullpen meltdown at the grocery store. Personally, I've worn this thing to tea times, tailgates, and even to my last live show. It slides right in with the rest of my gear. Doesn't replace my team branded stuff. It just rounds out the lineup. Subtle, sharp, and still says, yeah, I ride for this team even when they drive me nuts. And hey, it's not just hats. Their split shade gloves are a must if you are out on a course or looking for a kind of gift that says, I thought of something cooler than just a jersey again. Perfect grip, clean color pops, and just the right amount of flash for the fan who already has 5 rally towels and a signed base. Right now, you can get 15% off with code MLB15 at GameDayHuey.com. That's GameDay, HUE.com. The discount stacks on bundle deals too. So whether you are gearing up for the playoffs or just bracing for the next rebuild, you will look good doing it. Let your colors talk, because colors speak louder than words. That's GameDayHuey.com, code MLB15. Bamboo, 2 games ago, why did Kurtz take Ginn out with 55 pitches? Was he on a pitch limit? Not that I was told, not that I heard. He did pitch the Friday before. So he pitched, when did he pitch? On Monday, right? He pitched on Friday, was his last time out. He pitched 1 inning, 15 pitches in Cleveland. He was cruising. 58 pitches. Why? Take him out. You'd figure Kurtz would learn from what he's done before. Sears was dominating. And also, Bamboo, on top of that, after he was taken out, he retired 6 in a row. Then he got taken out. Sears last night looked as sharp as he has all year long. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. You know, the 1 run was a solo bomb to Corey Seager. Corey Seager's good. Corey Seager's really good. And you know what's the common theme between the outing between Ginn and Sears? Ginn retired 6 in a row, was taken out. Sears retired 7 in a row and then was taken out. Both on low pitch counts. You got me. I don't know. I mean, you figure he learned from the night before. Maybe, I think it was pre-decided last night. Hey, gonna go Sears 5 and go Perkins 3. And Perkins was dominant, wasn't he? He was dominant. Just dominant. This pattern of defensive miscommunication is frustrating. Oh, you think so, Bamboo? Yeah? All year long. All year long. Jesus, Kurtz trying to say it's loud in the stadium, so miscommunication, bunch of excuses. Then explain the one in Seattle. Then explain the one in Colorado. Then explain the one in Chicago. Because, again, all year long. Watch the games, guys. If you watched me talk in the past or tuned into this show in the past, I have talked about this 25 times. I've asked Martin Gallegos. Let me put it up again. Come on, Martin. Where are you, buddy? I've asked him. Please ask Kurtz. Why are you not asking Kurtz these questions? Why are you not asking Kurtz these questions? I've said to Braden as well. Why are you taking pictures of your feet going into the 9th inning against the Giants at a 0-0 game instead of talking issues like this? I'm the one who gets criticized. I'm the jerk. Unbelievable. From top to bottom, this franchise, this leadership, our management has no sense of urgency, has no care, or calling them professionals would be a compliment. Would be a stretch. Because they don't carry themselves like it. And yeah, am I putting too much on the management? No, I don't think I am. Sure, are the players the ones playing? Yeah, but this is a young crew. And when you are taught to call people off in Little League, are players not practicing, coached up on these? Jesus, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's one of the first things you learn in baseball. How is this happening at the big league level? How is this not addressed after the first time this happens? The A's are basically a team of AAA players playing on a major league team as individuals. I don't know about that. I mean, you could make that argument as far as our pitching and bullpen has been most of the years. I mean, our hitters have been kind of bashing The numbers show that offensively. It wasn't good this last series, but offensively, we've been there. Bullpen's blown it. We've shown signs. I don't think we have a deep roster, Rocket Man. That's for sure. And yeah, sure. Out of 26 guys on the roster, as far as you could say 6 guys are AAA guys, but we're a good team. We're better than we are. I think we're a 75 and 87 team, 77 and 84 type of team. I wouldn't say we're all AAA players, but yeah, we're not a deep team. We have a group of 6 guys that are AAA players. Who's my favorite A of all time other than Ricky? Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. I liked Dave Stewart's up there. Dave Stewart's one of my favorites. Jason Giambi. Hey, how could you like Jason Giambi? I thought Jason Giambi was just awesome. He was a killer. He was a killer. I mean, you could make the argument that Jason Giambi is one of the top 5 A's of all time as far as production-wise and what he did. He was unbelievable. He was a killer. Jason Giambi was a killer. I like Matt Chapman a lot. That's kind of lost its flair a little bit. Who else was up there? Yeah, if I was to go to those types of teams, that's who kind of if I'm missing anybody, but Giambi. If I were to pick a pitcher, it would be Dave Stewart, no question. And if I was to pick a hitter, it would be Jason Giambi, other than Ricky. Ricky was the guy that got me into baseball. Ricky's one of those guys that you still watch the old YouTube videos in the games, and you kind of know what's going to happen. He still gets a walk or whatever. You still get butterflies of the attention he brought in the game and attention that there was. Ricky, the way he took his lead, I mean, there's still 5, 6, 7 throws from pitcher to first base. Ricky was special, man. He was special. Bamboo, I was yelling at TV when he took him out and gave up a home run. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about on Tuesday to Simeon, the homer. Yeah, it's Bamboo. Mind-boggling. And the thing is, he does it back-to-back days. Back-to-back games. Oh, unreal. How did Eric Chavez... Hey, Flea, great call, man. Great call. You wouldn't really think of that unless you look into that Eric Chavez never made an all-star team. Because when you think about Eric Chavez and the type of glove alone he had, it was warranted an all-star team. Good call. This manager should have been fired a long time ago, bro. I can't say that. I wish I could say that, but I've supported Kotze. I did a show on him in the offseason that said, can't miss. I thought Kotze was the next coming. Shows you how much I know. RD, what's up, bud? I still need to get you a autograph hat. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome, man. Yeah, Giambi was special. I tell you what, he should have 2 MVPs. He got absolutely robbed when Ichiro got the MVP over Giambi. Ichiro got the MVP over Giambi was a rob job. That was awful. There's 2 MVP votings that have been the most outrageous robberies of all time. That I personally, off the top of my mind, I'm sure there's a lot of them that I could remember. One of them was Terry Pendleton getting the MVP over Barry Bonds and Ichiro getting the MVP over Giambi. That was crazy. Chavez not making one single all-star statement is a head scratcher. Yeah, even like crazy, man. Crazy. It is mistake after mistake after mistake with this team, with this management. This franchise from top to bottom needs to figure it out. And when I come back from break, I want to talk about the future of this franchise. What are the expectations? Are we just sitting back and waiting for 2028? If we do, it's a big mistake. I'll tell you why in a minute. Ever wish keeping track of your money didn't feel like trying to turn a double play with oven mitts on? With Monarch Money, it actually makes sense. Whether you are trying to stash cash for road games, save up for playoff tickets, or just survive another rebuild without going broke, Monarch puts you in full control. It's like having your own personal GM for your finances. This isn't just a budgeting app. It's your front office for everything financial. You can track all your accounts, your spending, and even your investments in one place. No more flipping between apps like you are checking 3 scouting reports. With Monarch, you are not just managing money, you are building long-term financial swagger. When I started using it, I realized I was spending way more on takeout than I thought, like bullpen level bad decisions. Having it all in one place. That changed the game. I actually feel like I'm running my money instead of just reacting to it. Take control with Monarch Money today. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB. Get half off and start managing your money like the future ace you are. Bamboo. Albert Bell, 1995, got snubbed for MVP too. 50. Do you remember Bamboo who got it over him in 95? I don't remember off the top of my head. I mean, I could look it up, but I forget who got it over Bell in 95. Yeah, there's been a lot, as far as what I'm thinking off the top of my head. What's up, Saifon? Chavez never made it because he was always started slow and then turned it on after the All-Star break. Yeah, good point. I get that. Who was the third baseman that constantly got voted in for the American League during that time? It was, I forget off the top of my head. Giambi was a lot more engaging than Canseco, although they were both, well, you never know where you're getting Canseco. He's juiced out of his mind, RD. And the guy was doing probably on cycle after cycle. You didn't know which Jose you were going to get. I think not was 2007. Quazza started the season, and then he got his wrist broke. Let's talk about the future. Obviously, this year's done. And as we look forward, the biggest concern I have is this: that we sleepwalk through the next 2 years like we did this year. And right now, all signs are pointing towards that unless someone makes some major change. And Jesus, you kind of said it earlier, perfect, when Kurtz in his press conference said there was sound in the stadium. There's no accountability, right? There's no sound in the stadium. This isn't the first. If this happened for the first or second time, I get it. All year long, this has been happening. And again, my big criticism of John Fisher as an owner is not the move, not the spending, is being absent in times like this. Everything rolls downhill. I go back to an interview with David Forst back about 38 games in the year where they didn't use Mason Miller against Seattle at Sutter Health Park. They pitched Tyler Ferguson 4 days in a row. And Forst was asked about that, why Kurtz didn't do that. Hey, we want to save his bullets. We don't want to do that. We want to look for the future. They're not trying to win at that time. And that was after David Forst expressed his love for the Dodgers. And I thought he was going to ask for Steve Sax's autograph. Thank God he didn't. I thought he was close to. You didn't see, they weren't upset about it. That was the attitude. Let's save Mason Miller's bullets. We lose 11 in a row. We win 1. We lose 9 in a row. We lose basically, right? 20 of 21. And no one was really pissed. No one was fired up. It was the same story after the same story in press conferences. Martin Gallegos, who's supposed to be the voice of the fans, asking the questions, asked layup question after layup question after layup question. Let me get back to old Martin here. And when I asked him, hey, Martin, how come you don't ask? He didn't answer me. He never answered the question. He never asked Kotsay this question back in May, nor June, nor July. I don't think maybe he asked for it last night. I'm not sure. Losing has been accepted. RD, Kotsay always says our young guys are learning. When do we stop accepting learning and demand winning, right? This isn't college, man. You're not dealing with a freshman out of high school. This isn't JUCO. You're professional ball players, man. It's a business of winning. And he should be responsible for it as well. Another issue I had with Kotsay was when he was asked, hey, we have to enjoy these wins. It's hard to win. We have to enjoy these wins. You think the Yankees are saying that? You think the Tigers are saying that? You think the Phillies are saying that? Giants even are saying that? No, they're not. Well, you can say, hey, well, there's different franchises and different places. No, they're a major league team. We're a major league team. Attitude has to be winning, competing, and doing the things you need to do to get there. This franchise doesn't, from top to bottom. I've been critical of just about everybody in this franchise, from the owner, the GM, the manager, the pitching coach, the players, the announcers, the beat reporters, you name it. If you're not going to call it how it is, if you're not going to echo what every fan thinks, I'm going to say something. No matter if 20 people are watching or 20,000 or 0 or whatever it may be. Dallas Braden putting his feet and taking a picture of it and putting it on Twitter as we go into the 9th inning in a 0-0 game, as we've just lost 3 in a row to the Giants in San Francisco following a blowout loss, shows either a lack of care, a lack of echoing what the fan is thinking, because as I'm watching that game, I'm stressed through my mind, like, we got to get this. It's a big part of the season. And Braden posts a picture of his feet on the thing. Hey, view of the office. Now, again, is this something little and picky to go after? Yes and no. It symbolizes exactly the mindset of everybody within the organization. From David Force not being really pissed off that you've just lost 20 of 21 games. Martin Gallegos not asking the tough questions that we wanted to get answers to. And if our attitude doesn't change with regard to that, there's an issue. We are different as far as that. The Giants lost 4 or 5 in a row. Were losing their mind when you heard media, news, radio shows, podcasts, losing their mind, calling out everybody. We don't do that. We don't do that. Every other franchise is doing that. Yes, we're young. Yes, we're moving to Vegas. Yes, we're in between. But the problem with it is, yeah, I think we have the players. Do we have a complete roster? No. Who does, though? If we don't have management, if we don't have an organization that wants to win and cares about winning, nothing else matters, man. If we are not losing our minds that we've just lost 20 of 21 games, and we're not visibly ill at press conferences, there's a problem. If our beat reporter that's supposed to represent our voice is not asking tough questions, it's a scam. It's just all a fraud. It's all set up. And we got to change that. We got to change that as the future comes forward. And it needs to start now. Because going to Vegas isn't miraculously going to change anything. It's just a different location. If our attitude doesn't change, if our leadership either needs to get on board or they need to be replaced. Hey, guys, and that's any business, man. That's any business. I don't think I'm saying anything earth-shattering. Earth-shattering. RD, Shooty gets pissed at losses about him and Townsy. Shooty and Townsy. Shooty and Townsy. Townsy's the real deal. I'm a big Townsy guy. He's big critical of it every time I listen to him. I'm a big Townsy guy. At least you got your Cortez call up. Hey, Sci-Fi, you got your Colby Thomas call up. You know, your boy. Hey, we're starting to see what your guy. You said you want to give Thomas see what he got. So you got your Colby Thomas call up. I got my Cortez call up. We both got what we wanted. In Bowden, let's see what Bowden could do in the pen too. Good call. But we both got what we wanted, man. Let's, sure, Cortez and Colby. The insane one thing I'll miss is the insane foul territory advantage for the pitchers. Yeah, I won't miss the bitter Oakland fans. Yeah, me either, man. And until our attitude changes, guys, it's going to be the same in Vegas. Until our leadership either gets it or gets replaced, it's going to be the same. It doesn't miraculously change because we're going to a different location. And the biggest thing with this franchise right now, from top to bottom, everybody in the organization, everybody that represents it, is leadership. Everybody. You name it. Ownership, general manager, pitching coach, announcers, beat reporters, you name it. And it goes back to what I've said. It's about culture. It's about culture. Of course, they'll both play once a week, right? Yeah, totally. Hey, 100% Sci-Fi. I thought, Cortez went 0 for 1, had a lazy fly ball out yesterday. I thought he was going to get set down today. It's like, yeah, you're right. And here's the thing. I mean, we have some good young pitchers. Jump and Morales looked great yesterday. Between the two of them, 5 innings, no hits, 4 Ks. They're coming out of the bullpen though, guys. They're not gonna. So for those hoping they come up, they're not getting called up. Jamie Arnold won't even start pitching this year. That's their whole thing, man. That's their whole thing. And that's the newest thing. Everybody wants to shut pitchers down. They go out of their way to do it. I mean, you look like a guy like, who do we just face in game 2? DeGrom. When the Rangers signed DeGrom, they did everything in their power to manicure him, to make sure he was okay, to caress him, and make sure he was safe and wouldn't get hurt. Gets hurt. It happened. I don't know. The last time I checked, guys, when you want to really get good at something, you practice it. You play it. That's how it was when I grew up. That's how it is now. It's not the case anymore, I guess, huh? I don't know. Maybe I'm just, maybe the times have passed me by. But we do have a long jam in the outfield. It does make sense to turn some of them into starting pitching prospects. You mean from outfielders to starting pitching prospects? I don't know. I think you make that kind of change like before you get drafted. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, like I said, what do I know these days? It's frustrating, guys. Like I said, I could accept the losses. We played 3 close games in Texas. The scores don't represent it except for yesterday. It's 3 games we could have easily won. And I don't know. You know, you pull JT again after 58 pitches in 5 innings after retiring 6 in a row. Then you figure, hey, let me correct it. You pull JP Sears, 84 pitches he was on last night. 87 pitch, 82. How many did he have when he got pulled? 82 pitches, 5 innings after retiring 7 in a row. Pretty dominant. 7 Ks. He was awesome last night. He was really, really good. I mean, what's that say? What's that say to the franchise? What's that say to the fan base? What's that say to anybody? I mean, are you really interested in winning? I don't know. Rooker, Denzel, Blade, Sodi, Thomas, Butler, Bolte, Butler, too many outfielders. Yeah, I know, but let's go through these right now, right? Thomas isn't ready. Bolte's not even close to ready. Sodi, Blade, we've seen how he's doing. So, I mean, out of these outfielders, do you really have 3 outfielders you can tomorrow start and depend on? I like Colby defensively. Butler's obviously struggling. We signed him long-term. He's getting one of the spots. Bolte, we don't know. I listened to Bill Moriarty the other day, and I tell you, man, Henry Bolte got called up to AAA because Cortez and Colby Thomas came up. Was he the right guy to get called up? Yeah, he was. With that being said, Bolte in his last 30 games hasn't been good. Batting, I believe, in the low 200s, high 100s with a ton of Ks. He got off to a quick start, stealing bases. He's good. I believe in him. 21 years old. He got a hit last night, actually, in AAA. 1 for 4 with the K. For sure. So are you saying trade one of these guys? I'm in. As far as if you're talking about that, yeah. I would move Bolte. I think what you guys have heard from guys like Moriarty, who doesn't watch a game, is crap. Bolte has not been good. The guys they don't talk about is crazy. Nate Nankill, who's in high A Lance, unbelievable. How he doesn't get mentioned is nutty. Cameron Leary, low-way Stockton from Boston College, leading the whole system with like almost 50 stolen bases. Nutty. Really good. I agree with you there, Siphon. I wouldn't mind trading it. I would trade on that list right now. I would trade Blade, Thomas, Bolte, and even Butler. Yeah. I would trade all 4 of them. I don't think those guys, I think those guys' value right now is at the highest. You may think I'm a little nutty on Butler. That's fine. I get it. That's my opinion. Let's put it this way. I would take Blade over Butler. Butler just looks overmatched right now, man. He looks overmatched. Blade's slumping now in AAA as well. I think he's like 1 for his last 16. Something like that. Oh, yeah, I'm sick of seeing Urshela be the last pathetic at... But God, man. Oh. It's another thing. You look at our bottom of the order, man. It's just... Does he even have a shot? Last night it was... We had 1 inning. I think it was the 5th. Miguel Andujar lead it off with a bloop hit. Colby Thomas struck out. Urshela, I think, struck out. And Austin Wynns, I think, struck out. And when Butler came in, first at bat, Butler he hit it hard. Hit it on the dot. You'd have to admit Butler looks pretty flashy when he strikes out. Yeah. We've seen him strike out a lot. Against righties, he's okay, man. The lefties, it didn't look like he had a prayer last night against the lefty. Man, I just, like I said, guys, I want us to compete. I want there to be a sense of urgency from everybody in this organization. And until and we have 2 years to figure it out. And we better get it figured out. Or, hey, change of location is not going to matter, man. If we don't figure it out in a couple of years, it's right now the A's culture is the worst in baseball. There's no question about it. It has nothing to do with the owner. It has nothing to do with the players. It has nothing to do with where we're playing. But it has to do with everything. And until we figure that out, it's going to continue to be a struggle. Yeah. And we'll know it right away too. So, hopefully we figure it out, guys. We got Houston in a 4-game set starting tonight. And like I said, man, the thing I want to see is just care a little bit, compete. You make a mistake, fix it. Hopefully we can figure out the pop-ups. Hopefully we're calling each other off. Hopefully Dallas Braden and the announcers have a little bit of a sense of urgency. Hopefully Mark Kotze doesn't pull a pitcher after 60 pitches of absolutely dealing after 5 innings. Hopefully we hold these guys accountable. Hopefully we see somebody pissed off. Hopefully you see better body language from guys like Lawrence Butler, who has been better lately, and Tyler Soderstrom. Hopefully Martin Gallegos asks a few more harder questions. So there, we understand there is some sense of urgency. Yeah. So it comes from everybody. Not one person, everybody. I want to see this organization, player to player, for the rest of the year, improve, get better, compete, and compete on the level of a Nick Kurtz. Show the professionalism of the level of a Brett Rooker. Have a fire about them like a guy like Jack Perkins. That's what I want to see down the stretch. That's what I want to see these guys do. And the leadership needs to look at themselves in the mirror and say, hey, do I care enough? I don't think you guys do right now. I don't think you do. For so many reasons. And beyond the losses, that's been the most frustrating part. Beyond the losses and the fans and the whole move of this whole thing, it's been just it's been a rough year. But I knew off the field stuff was going to be rough. I didn't feel like I didn't think it was going to draw into management and on the field. I feel like not trading Sevy. Here's where I'm with you, Siphon. If we're giving up too much to get Sevy off the books, I agree with you. Or if we're picking up any part of this contract, I'm with you. Now, if we can get something in return that gets him off the books, I would like to replace that $22 million. I'd like to replace $44 million over the next 2 years. And that's what we can do with a number of players or one player. So half agree with you, half disagree with you. He's just too much. Sevy is who Sevy is. And he was never a $22 million a year guy. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Thanks for cruising through, fellas. Catch you next time, huh? Thank you for making Locked On A's your first listen today. For your second listen, check out the all-new Locked On MLB Game Night. Every game, every night, all season long. Get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on Locked On MLB, on YouTube, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.